So you're wondering whether your avoidant is coming back, whether you have signs of them actually returning. And I'm here to give you a few things that may actually symbolize that, may actually tell you whether that is true or not. Avoidants display paradoxical emotions, paradoxical behaviors, because what they do is opposite to what they actually feel. Now, you may think they're feeling nothing, they don't care anymore, they've moved on, etc., but that's not often the case. Avoidants always end up regretting their decision later on. Now, whether they return or not is a different matter, but they can stalk you in ways that you don't realize, because they realize that they love you. They realize what they've lost, and these next things are exactly that. The most typical sign is them stalking your social medias, of them viewing your stories whenever you're out, whenever you're with your friends. Maybe it's not even your story, maybe it's someone you're with. They like to see what you're doing, where you are, who you're seeing, whether you've moved on or not, whether you still care. Another really common one is they'll send you a DM request, or they'll send you a private message. Often with breadcrumbing. Now, breadcrumbing is a less vulnerable message, something that's very short and sweet, something like, hey, how are you doing? It won't be anything like, I miss you, I love you, I regret my decision, can we get back together? They won't dump all their emotions on the line immediately. They'll slowly apply themselves again. Now, there is a completely separate situation where you have to handle that in a certain way, otherwise it goes one of two ways. I'll make a completely separate video on that so I can go more into depth about it. Another one is emails or messaging you through someone else. If you've blocked them on all social medias, they can't get hold of you, they can't access you at all. They will find a way. This one is a little bit more unexpected, less common, but it still happens. If you're attending events, or you've got plans or dates, maybe you're in a separate city, somewhere completely different to where you usually go, but then they suddenly pop up. Maybe you've gone to an event and yet they're there too. The last one is having conversations with mutual friends or people you know. Maybe they've gone to them with a conversation about how they feel, deep conversations, maybe they've opened up about their regrets. And then those people come to you and they pass that information on, which then opens the door for recommunication. Now, this doesn't always happen because not everyone has mutual friends or family members. But that's usually the first step. Before they ever message you, if you have mutual friends, you'll start hearing things before you see things. Because conversations go around. People naturally want to feel known. Now, I also want to add a twist to the end of this video, and it's, if you're holding on to hope, if you're waiting for them, they've not displayed any of these signs, but you're staying in the hope that they come back, please ask yourself whether this is healthy. I know how it feels. I've been in that desperate state where you've waited and you're so patient and understanding because you know why they feel the way they feel, but you just want them to come back. You want what you had to return. But you've got to ask yourself, are you just staying in limbo? Is this truly healthy for you? Because there's no guarantee that they will come back. And by you not prioritizing yourself and your healing and potentially you're moving on, which ironically is what brings them back, you may be holding yourself back in limbo, which you don't want long term, I can tell you that. So please, if you are staying in hope, in desperation, hoping that they'll come back and change and see your value and choose you again, choose yourself. I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, and you've got any questions or you want to ask me something, please leave it in the comments. I'll try to answer every single one of you. But in the end, I hope you get what you're looking for.